This is the Urban Hawk. In this video, I'll be demonstrating two very interesting locks. They are an NFC-enabled padlock and an NFC-enabled cam lock, both of which do not require internal batteries to operate. Instead, they're powered off of the NFC of the device used to unlock these locks. Now, unlike most NFC locks where the lock is active and talks to a tag that is passive, these locks are exactly the opposite. Instead, the phone is active and reads and writes to the lock, which acts as a passive tag. Thus, these locks do not need batteries to operate, and the energy harvested from the device is enough to power the components. This does mean that it takes a little longer than normal to unlock these locks than would an active lock, but it also means that these locks do not need to be powered. To unlock the lock, an app is needed, and it's fairly straightforward. This app is still under development, so it doesn't work perfectly yet, but simply tap the back of the device against the NFC symbol on the lock. The unlock button is enabled. Then tap the unlock button. Hold it against the lock for a few seconds while it transfers enough power to the lock. And the lock will open. Now, like most smart padlocks, this one is also of a zinc construction, so it is not the most solid lock construction, but it does feature dual ball bearings and a motor instead of a solenoid, so it is more or less resistant to vibration or bumping attacks. This cam lock works in much a similar way, however, it is made out of plastic instead of zinc. The padlock also has a plastic front to allow for the NFC communications, but the cam lock is entirely plastic and also features this key override, which is unfortunately lacking. Now, this cam lock is currently unlocked. Once it's returned to the lock position, it locks. So to open the cam lock, it is very similar to the padlock. Take the cam lock, the back of the device, hold the back of the device against the cam lock, tap unlock. It will unlock and the lock can be open. It's fairly straightforward. The key override works by simply removing the knob and using the override key. It's very simple. Instead of a motor, this lock uses a solenoid, which I suspect is susceptible to magnetic attacks. However, I have not tried it yet. These are very interesting locks. I think there's a lot of potential to them if they are developed a little further, because this lock isn't exactly waterproof and this lock is not the strongest construction. But they are very interesting nonetheless. That's it for this video, and thank you for watching.